Welcome everyone to episode 5 of Bit Rush. It's been a while since we've had our last Bit Rush, but today we have a very special guest. Everyone that comes on here is actually very special, but today we have our very own LingLing, who is a Super Smash Bros. Player. LingLing, how are you doing?
I'm doing great.
Good,
Thank
glad
you
to
for this
hear.
interview.
Yeah, no problem. Hey, thanks for showing up, honestly. So I'm going to ask you just a few questions for people to get to know you and like how you've been doing recently and stuff. So, you for the organization you primarily play Smash Bros. Ultimate, right?
Yeah, I play Smash Brothers Ultimate, even though I'm gonna move on to like other games in the future. Like I've been planning to
Right.
play other fighting games because that's like my favorite genre.
Hmm.
Um, but right now I only play Ultimate.
Okay, nice. Hey, moving on to different stuff is like really cool. So that's exciting. It'll be exciting to see what else you play and stuff. Um, so kind of what games did you grow up with? Like what was kind of some of your first games, and then how did that transfer over to like you playing a lot of Smash?
So I started playing games in the Super Nintendo. I started with like Mario World. Um, But what got me interested in fighting games was Mortal Kombat 3
Mm.
for the Super Nintendo. So I had that game, and my older brother used to play it a lot. So when I got into it, I started playing with him.
Mm.
I was like 7 years old. He's 7 years older than me, so he was 14 at the time.
Mm.
And I would beat him all the time, and he would get so mad, and I'm like, oh, I'm good at this, I guess.
Yeah.
And then yeah, and like from that time, that he couldn't beat me. Yeah, I got like a taste for competitive,
Mm.
and yeah, that's why I love fighting games so much. Started with my brother,
Yeah.
getting my brother mad. And
That's
actually, we didn't grow up close because of that. Because
oh
he
wow.
couldn't like handle that I was better than him, that his little brother was better than him.
Wow, it's like it's actually crazy. I feel like that's how a lot of esports players start out is that they get competitive with their siblings or with their family members, and
Yeah,
then it goes from there. Because
yeah,
yeah, I feel like a lot of people with siblings or cousins can like relate to that playing video games, competitive games
yep.
with their family. Um, so also, how did you start on 16-bit? Like, how did you join 16-bit esports?
So I was looking for an org to represent, and I had a friend, uh, and yeah, and he put me into it. And
Oh, okay,
I contact him, and he like set me up, and that's why I'm representing the
right.
organization.
Like in the most simple way. Awesome. Um,
Yeah.
so it seemed as like the moment you joined the org, or maybe a few months after you joined the org, it's like the whole world like shut down, right?
Yeah,
Um,
it was like I had a few months
hmm,
of like the org,
yeah,
probably like almost a year of going to tournaments and representing them, and that was really good. But
right.
like when I wanted to be like at my peak, everything shut down.
Yeah, it's crazy how that all like the timing was so bad. But
Yeah.
speaking of that, like how has the Smash community and how have you specifically like been able to keep the Smash Bros spirit alive and just still have a good time and be competitive and stuff, even though we've shifted from in person events, conventions onto online. How have you been keeping that spirit alive?
So I'm a big competitor. Wi-Fi is tough. Like playing online with the delay and Nintendo
Mm.
Online, it's not
Oh,
easy.
right.
But
Yeah.
as a competitor, I just like okay, I'm just playing by a different set of rules. I have
Mm-hmm.
to adapt, and I have to play with the tools I have,
Yeah.
and that's how I get by.
Yeah, being able to adapt is so important in esports, and that is such an important trait, especially in the times that we live in now. And do you think that because you've had to adapt to playing more online, and as you said, with delays and stuff, do you think that when things open up again and it's okay to have tournaments in person, do you think that you're gonna have to take some time to adapt to what it's like to be there in person?
I don't think so. It's gonna be a little bit. the meta game is
Mm.
gonna change. I think
Mm.
actually the people that kept playing through online are gonna be a little bit better
Right.
because there's a lot of play styles and a lot of like players that people don't know about that are really good that they don't have
Mm.
they're really young, they can travel. So the the only way you can fight the new generation of players is through online. Like I've
Mm.
played
Yeah.
like a 13-year-old that's a like really good nest player, like incredibly talented. And the
Mm.
only way I able to play him is through Wi-Fi. So
Right.
when like things go back online, those players are gonna this is the next generation, so they're gonna be going to tournaments, and I'm gonna be ready for all of that.
Yeah.
Nothing's gonna caught me off guard.
Right. Nothing can. Nothing needs to. So
Yeah.
honestly, I didn't ask you this in the pre-interview, but like, what character have you enjoyed the most? Like one of the newer characters or one of the DLC characters? Which of you in
Yeah.
Ultimate? Which one have you enjoyed the most?
Definitely Pyra and Mithra. I'm
Oh, right.
actually
Nice.
considering having them as like a secondary, maybe a main, depending on
Mm.
how things
Wow.
go.
They're so
But
new too.
yeah, it's the last DLC and it's the one I've been enjoying the most. And I actually had a session with a friend of mine, which he was a top player in Puerto Rico. He actually
Mm.
moved to my state right here in the US.
Mm.
So I visited him and I stayed with him for a month just to grind offline.
Wow.
And Pyra and Mithra just click with me. Like Peach basically. It's like
Right.
that kind of character.
That's awesome because when they came out, Twitter is full of crap all the time, but like Twitter was
Yeah.
really giving those characters a very hard time when they first released. So I'm really happy to hear that such a talented player like yourself really loves them, really clicked with them
Yeah,
immediately.
instantly.
So I'm happy to hear that. After all of the stuff that's been said about them.
Yeah, and they're really top tier too. Like
Yeah.
it's a good character to click with because it's
Mm.
gonna help me work with my bad matchups. It's like pitch bad matchup like Game on Watch, Shulk,
Mm.
some zoners, Mithra and Pyra. They can like just rush people down, and yeah, it complements pitch really well and my play
Mm.
style.
Yeah, that's so good to know that a lot of these newer characters, they aren't duds. Like they're just as useful in competitive Smash. So I love hearing that, honestly. So what has been like your favorite Smash Bros. Memory of all time?
My favorite Smash Bros. Memory, it has to be when I moved from Puerto Rico. So when I moved from Puerto Rico, I was actually number one over there in
Mm.
Raw.
Mm.
And it happened like 2 years since I visited,
Mm.
and I was like, playing with the people from the US.
Yeah.
So yeah, a new number one went over there, like how things are. I
Mm.
moved. I'm not the best anymore over there. But there was a huge tournament over there called Gaming Explosion Fest. We had like a huge pot,
Mm.
and I'm like, I think I should go and and like represent and be like, yeah, I'm here. I moved for 2 years, but I'm still here. And I
Yeah.
just went over there. I took the tournament. I just beat everybody, and it was like a good experience. My family was there rooting for
Aw.
me, and like it was a huge tournament. I even got like everybody got hyped up, like the whole venue,
Yeah.
and that was actually my favorite memory.
Oh
But
man.
from Ultimate, it's probably in pound, no, not pound. It was, I think, glitch. It was a glitch,
Mm.
and I beat a lot of top players, and I beat Esan, Captain Sag, top players, and that's
Mm-hmm.
probably my favorite memory for Ultimate.
Oh man, it's so crazy thinking about old esports memories, and like most of them now these days are like getting hype at the venues and having people come and watch, and being there in person is
Yeah,
so
that's what
fun.
the energy comes from, when people
Yeah.
realize like your gameplay and like you get
Yeah.
people hyped up. that's the best feeling.
It is. And I think, I'm a big League of Legends esports watcher, and it's been very different. I don't feel like I'm as hype for it when people, I'm not there in person, but there's something about like the crowd cheering and just people being there in person that just like ties all the hype together. And I hope that soon we can have that again. I think it'll be so exciting when we can.
Hmm.
Um,
Yeah.
So yeah, is there anything else you want to share with the people who might be watching this video, or do you have any like future goals in 2021?
I really want to play the newer games
Mm-hmm.
because, like, as much as I love Smash, it's not gonna the online is not too good to just dedicate your time into it.
Yeah. Mm.
So I'm planning on playing like other games that are coming out, like Guilty Gear, for example, because it had like rollback, and I want to play that like seriously. But also the Smash World Tour, I'm gonna try my hardest. I know I like the region I'm at, which is like Northeast,
Mm-hmm.
is the strongest region. They're leaving it for like the last qualifiers,
Mm.
but I'm still gonna try my hardest to qualify for the top 32, the Smash World Tour.
Yeah. Well, I think you can totally do it. Like, good luck. Good luck.
Thank you, thank you. I'll try my
Um.
hardest.
Yeah. You really do. And I keep up with your Twitter, and it's really cool. And I hope that in the future, when things open up and we can be at in-person events, we'll be able to watch more stuff. So
Yeah, for sure.
yeah.
Actually, I want to go to Japan so bad to like meet all of
Yes.
you guys.
You would love it. Like like the video game shopping is so fun. I've been to a few like very small organized like Smash nights and stuff like that. And it's fun. The community is really fun here. So you would love
Yeah.
it. um Anyway, yeah, I think that's all that I want to ask you. LingLing, thank you so much for taking time out of your busy day to do this interview with me.
Thank you, thank you.
Yeah, and guys, if you have any maybe questions for LingLing, he does have a Twitter, which I'll throw into the description of this video. Again, thank you so much to the audience for watching. Thank you for anyone has supported 16-bit. And yeah, once again, thank you, LingLing, so much. And yeah, hopefully we'll see you guys in the next Bit Rush. Bye, and take care.